All right. Hey, Libra. Libra, welcome to your weekly reading that is also timeless. It is Super Winnie Saturdays, and every Saturday I read for you, Libra, as well as all the other air signs. So, please enjoy this Palo Santo smoke. I am just cleansing the area here so that I can read for your highest good and your highest outcome. It also, Palo Santo smells amazing. I love it. It's way better than sage in terms of my preferences as to the smell and other factors. I believe last week I used sage, but it makes my throat scratchy. I don't really like it. So anyway, Palo Santo today. Again, I'm here to read for your highest good and highest outcome. So wonderful. Isn't that nice? Thank you for being here. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back, Libra. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to take 3 cards of general energy using the Cosmic Tarot, and we will clarify with Rider, and then get 3 cards of potential outcome with the Cosmic once more. Indeed. Elephant in the room. It's really hot in the van today. I had to wait till late in the day to read because of some errands I had run this morning, and so I might be a little off, but I'm trying my best. So let's see. I know Spirit can intervene. I know Spirit can still deliver a message in spite of my ridiculousness. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Libra. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Ooh, we got Earth and Water. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Or excuse me, the Four of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. See what I mean? I'm dying of heat stroke, apparently, already. Okay. The Two of Pentacles. Let's just get into this. The Two of Pentacles is speaking to a change. It's speaking to a change that needs to take place. It's something that's going to change in your benefit, in your favor. It's something that needs to occur. It's taking you away from, in this card, it's taking you away from the water and sort of onto the land. So there's an emotional side to this, and then there's a physical 3D side to this. And I think it's taking you away from the emotion a little bit. This change is a practical change, but it's also to your benefit. Now, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups combined together is really interesting because the Queen of Pentacles works very, very hard at cultivating her kingdom. She's a very diligent and hard worker. In the traditional rider, she's surrounded by grapevines, but those grapevines didn't just show up. They're not wild. They were cultivated. They were planted. They were taken care of and pruned. And so the Queen of Pentacles is all about that diligence and like creating your personal space, your personal environment in the home or outside of the home. But generally speaking, it's just all about like creating that space. The Queen of Cups is a very motherly, nurturing energy. She's also highly, highly intuitive, along just like the High Priestess, basically strongly intuitive. And so I think that basically these changes that are happening are practical. They're for your benefit, but they're also changes that you've sort of proactively participated in, and ones that are sort of backed by a desire to serve in the highest good, you know. Even if it's the highest good within your own family or in your personal space, it's still a positive, right? A very positive and happy feeling. Underlying energy here is 9 of Pentacles, and 9 of Pentacles is all about enjoying the fruits of your labor. So the 9 of Pentacles combining that with the Queen of Pentacles is kind of an interesting combo because they're sort of speaking to a similar thing. You're enjoying the fruits of your labor and your hard work. And so I think basically whatever this change is about with the Two of Pentacles, it's something positive, and it's something that you've been sort of cultivating and working towards, I think. All right, so let's get some clarification for you, Libra. Queen of Pentacles. What does Libra need to know about the Queen of Pentacles? What does Libra need to know about the Queen of Pentacles? What does Libra need to know about the Queen of Pentacles? I'll do one more shuffle here. All right, regarding the Queen of Pentacles, we have Death. Yeah, there's the transformation and a change happening. We have the Six of Wands. It's a positive change. This is returning victorious from battle, basically. And then we have the Three of Swords. There's some heartbreak, some disappointment, some setback here. Now, that seems all contradictory to one another. And then look at this. Four of Wands on the bottom. This is a card of celebration and joy and happiness and harmony. This is basically... if you look through the Four Wands there into the distance, you can see the two people celebrating. It's basically almost like a wedding ceremony. So there's something very beautiful there. The Four of Wands and the Six of Wands are exceedingly happy cards, and so this is sort of a contradictory energy here, but basically what I'm thinking is that whatever rapid changes are about to happen in this situation, because you have been working so hard on cultivating your environment and creating it just the way that that serves you and that makes you feel the most fulfilled, something changes in that environment that initially it may cause some disappointment and some heartbreak and some setback. It may feel like a major setback, but it's actually something that's bringing about a lot of victory in your life. It's a positive change. It may not feel like it initially, but it is in fact a positive change. And it could be that, Libra, there was a strong sense of wanting to keep control of the circumstances, right? You may have had, sometimes we don't like to relinquish control of things. And so if something comes to fruition in a haphazard way or a chaotic way, it can make us uncomfortable. When I say us, I mean humans. I'm not a Libra, but you're seeking balance and justice in your life, and so something might feel it may feel like a situation where something is not right, but I do think it's ultimately going to pan out in your favor, Libra. Now, I did drop a card. It is face up. It's actually resting on my foot here. So regarding the Queen of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups. This is a card of like total harmony and happiness. Harmony and happiness. Self-satisfaction. Really just being happy. Truly happy. And kind of an individualistic energy. You can see there's one guy sitting there with his 9 cups, and he's like, yeah, I got my 9 cups. I'm so happy right now. Well, that's you. This is an energy you can embody. It's coming out the other side of this setback, like I said, but I do think there's a strong propensity for something very successful here, ultimately working in your favor. We have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is fixated on that wand. You see that? The wand is the suit of inspiration. Fire is all about inspiration, motivation, new ideas, and being fixated on it is sort of like a recalibration, because the card that precedes it is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is about letting go of something and releasing something. And this is sort of a newfound start. It's almost like an Ace of Wands again at the beginning. If you go from 1 to 10, it's almost like a new beginning, only there's some spiritual development and some emotional and personal development in this card as well. And then we have the King of Swords. This is a king of impartiality. This is a king of not letting emotions get in the way of their rational and logical nature. So basically what I see here is like your happiness and your newfound passion is sort of going to come through you looking at the situation objectively. We do have this change, the death and the Three of Swords energy back here, that change, right? Looking at it through an impartial lens and really being rational and tactful about it is going to bring about a strong sense of sort of taking comfort in these changes, and you're gonna feel re-inspired and happy. You're gonna feel motivated to move forward. Yes, the King of Swords is almost like your card in the Major Arcana, Libra, which is Justice. Both holding a sword. Of course, with Justice, there's a sword and scale, right? There's the sword of truth and the scales of justice, right? This is the sword of truth. So you're going to have a clear understanding about something. The Hierophant is on the bottom. This is authority figures. This is mentors. This is traditions. This is institutions. I think basically part of this might involve institutions for some of you. Maybe your rational mind is taking you away from a circumstance where you had previously sort of entrusted your emotional energy to an institution. So if it's a philosophy or a political philosophy or a religious philosophy, maybe there's something that's sort of fallen apart for you and you're sort of faced to reevaluate that, right? Forced to reevaluate that in some way. But it's ultimately a positive change. It's something that's going to reignite a fire in you on the other side of it. But that's kind of how it is. A lot of the structure in our lives, that like the Queen of Pentacles energy, where we're cultivating our environment, so much of the structure in our lives is implied by how we believe and how we feel and like what our go-to reactions are to certain situations. And it's very, you know, in Western culture, especially for those of you in America, as I am, it's like politics is so, everything's so tribalistic, right? It's always like, well, it's us and it's those jackasses over there, those stupid assholes. You know, it's like, well, no, there's a lot, you have a lot more in common with those stupid assholes than you think, first of all. But second of all, not every situation's a dichotomy. And they have this in politics. It's like it's all you're forced to accept a dichotomy. Otherwise, you're a bad person. And it's like that shit is for the birds, man. Like, just forgive me, but fuck all that. Like, obviously I've hit a note here, so maybe this is something that resonates for you. I do try to channel while I'm doing this, so forgive me if that was just me. But for some of you, this may resonate. And it's like you know, there's certain things about how other people believe, their philosophies, whatever, and you're just looking at it and going like, what? You're kind of observing, right? And you're just like, I don't understand why everybody's so pissed off about X, Y, or Z, or just so committed to some idea that seems a little shaky to you, maybe because you've spent some time observing, right? Okay, we're clarifying the Two of Pentacles. We have the Empress here. And in a lot of ways, because we have these other two queens, I feel like this is really kind of your energy, the Empress. You're embodying the energy of all four queens at this time. This change is going to bring about a sense of empowerment within you, and also give you the realization that you are a creator. The Empress is a creator. She gives life, right? She's sort of like the Divine Mother, or a example of the Divine Feminine, and the Divine Feminine energy is what births new life. And regardless of gender, of course, I have nothing to say about gender in 3D. This is a linguistic tool to clarify energy, okay? So Empress could be anybody's gender. Okay. Matter of fact, I embody Empress energy as often as I can because it's one of my favorite energies. So let's get some more clarification here. We have the Empress. Two more cards, please. All right, I'll do one more shuffle here. Oh, there you go. All right, the Empress. We've got Justice. Here you are, Libra. This Empress energy is going to bring about a balance. And it kind of is. It's holistic, right? I was explaining how it embodies the energy of all four queens. And it's like the Justice card is bringing about a balance. And the Empress has that too. And then we have the Star. This is Aquarius energy, but this is wishing upon a star. This is spiritual healing. This is emotional healing. This is a new manifestation off in the distance. A star, all a star really is a sun. It's like, well, the sun is a star. Let me back up. Let me be technically correct. The sun is a star. It just happens to be the one closest to us that we orbit. A star is like a far away celestial body, right? It's like the sun. So the sun is like a card of ultimate happiness and joy in the tarot, and the star is basically about that possibility and that outcome just being off in the distance. So something is coming. Wow, the Empress, Justice, and the Star. Something. So the wheels of justice are really turning in your favor, Libra. The Two of Pentacles is about changes, like I said. So something is changing externally out of you, and it's bringing about a change within you with that Empress energy and that Star energy, because a lot of spiritual healing is happening between like our Page of Wands and the Star. They're both sort of emphasizing some healing. Six of Swords is on the bottom. This is about moving away from conflict and turbulence into calmer waters. And so, yes, whatever this like setback was in the previous part of the message was, whatever that is, it's like just something you're going to move away from and really understand on some level either why it was the way it was, or recognize the fact that you don't have to understand why it was the way it was, because you know where you're going. You know, looking back and asking why can be very it's a double-edged sword, Libra. It's a very double-edged sword, so use caution with that. Can you glean wisdom and insight from the previous situation? Yes. If you can, well then by all means look back as long as you need to glean the wisdom. But if you're just kind of in a sad state or a sorrowful state, or like, you know, just sort of grieving, it's like, allow the appropriate amount of time, but when that time has come, I think you'll know. When that time has come to like set it down and move on, just I'd encourage you to not wallow in it. Okay, Libra, let's get 3 cards of potential outcome here. I'm all over the place today. We're talking about a lot of topics today, Libra. Okay, I'm kicking it off with the 5 of Cups. What was I just talking about wallowing and stuff? The potential outcome here, 5 of Cups. This is a card of grieving. Grieving a loss. This person's sad because all the cups are knocked over. That's a little different than the Rider. The Rider has got a little more of a positive message to it, I'd say, because there's still 2 cups up right behind the person as they're grieving. So they didn't knock over everything. This would be technically incorrect. Blah, blah, blah. But regardless, grief, right? A sense of sorrow and looking back and wondering why things happened the way they did. We have the 6 of Cups. So we go from the 5 to the 6. The 6 of Cups is a beautiful, beautiful energy. This is about long-standing relationships. This is about family and friends and things of that nature. I think basically on the other side of this grief, you're going to maybe count your blessings, recognize who's there. Okay? Recognize who's there. Appreciate them for their sense of being there, perhaps. Or it could also talk of of a new situation beginning that is going to be a long-standing thing like that. We have the 4 of Cups here. Now, the 4 of Cups is a stagnant energy. He's just sort of waiting, kind of going, gosh, I wish I had more cups. God, I wish I had more cups. I'll just sit here and look at my cups and mope. No, you know how you get more cups? You go outside and you say hello to people. Sorry, Libra. Okay, I don't know. Sorry, Libra. I love you. I'm sorry, Libra. But if you're feeling depleted emotionally, if you're feeling like emotionally starved, or that you're not receiving enough love in your life, first of all, self-love is absolutely critical. But secondly, that self-love is going to inspire you to get the hell outside and do things that attract people into your life. Okay? I can speak from experience. I moped for a long time, and I finally stopped moping. It changed my life. It was so sudden and abrupt, and it was just divine timing. But when I was ready to move forward, I had people, it's like people were waiting, in this divine queue to meet them, right? Really wonderful people. I've met so many really cool people through this very channel, Libra. So just as an example, that was sort of one of the manifestations of me, like, energetically putting myself out there, was to commit to this channel back in March, and it really, really changed things dramatically. Underlying energy is the 9 of Cups, and this is again that self-satisfaction, the happiness that comes from within, the self-worth. Now we have it out on the table here from the Rider. We had the 9 of Cups earlier. You are absolutely worthy. You are absolutely deserving, and you have the tools you need. Okay, so this is really suggesting to exercise self-love. Now, the unique part of this card is this 9 of Cups has 2 people in it. The traditional one has an individual. So if you're looking for a counterpart, the key to that is the self-love, the self-satisfaction, and the happiness, which is, in a way, like looking at the way the world runs, you could almost be kind of upset at that and feel like it's kind of a bitch. Like, why won't somebody come into my life and make me feel better? Well, because they can't. This is the law of the universe. You could have the nicest Prince Charming or Princess Charming or whatever come into your life and offer you everything, and it's like, if you don't love yourself and you're not happy with yourself, it won't work. It won't work long term, certainly. So I think there's a big message there. This is sort of, again, all over the map, Libra, but that's actually okay. I feel like maybe there's multiple messages for multiple people here. But, that self-love and that self-confidence and that self-worth is what's really going to propel you forward through these positive changes. And so if you're facing setbacks, you have the opportunity to do the healing work, to really dig into it, acknowledge it, and move forward. Or you can be stagnant. Or you could be stagnant and mopey. You really have a choice here. 5, 6, 4. It's like the way these came out. 5, 6, 4. It's like, do you want to move forward or do you want to move backward, right? The choice is yours, Libra. So, sorry for the tough love at the end. I hope this was helpful, Libra. This is what I have for you. If you're not subscribed and this resonated, please consider subscribing, of course. Hit the like button if you liked it, and leave me a comment. Let me know how things are going. Let me know if this resonated. And until next Saturday, Libra, I hope you have a beautiful week. Best of luck with this energy, and take care. I will see you next Saturday.